Welcome one, welcome all. How's the party going, everybody? We got a little dance music going on. Why? Because we're starting another night of announcing. Bam, 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 bam. We did not have any Patrick Horns on Sunday. I feel so empty. I feel so alone. Pluto, if you guys need RMU up tonight, then I need something from y'all. I gotta have 2 gifted subs. I'm sorry, but we already had RMU up here on Sunday, so gotta get my rotation in. At minimum, I see UMass at Minnesota has gone live. That'll definitely be one of the 4 that I'll be rocking for sure. I'm lining up that quad box as we speak. I appreciate you, Pluto. I appreciate you for understanding. So, want to get everybody shown as best we can. That's the best way we can really make sure every player's got their opportunity. I try to rotate nights, try to rotate things around. Looks like this UMass versus Minnesota game got started, so we'll get that one over here, and we'll get you into the quad box in just a second. Call it 3, 2, 1. I know. It's empty. I lied to you. Well, that's partially because we're waiting on an ad from the General. There's our first game up. We'll go ahead and give it a refresh. Still not a ton of games showing live just yet. I see Wisconsin at Iowa. I see Yale at Air Force. We have shown Air Force. We may have to show some. We may have to get y'all on just because that's what we've got. So I'll tell you what. Give me an RMU stream, and we're gonna make that happen. Darius, sorry, buddy, but we are on hockey currently at the moment, so we will be locked in on some hockey for a while. That's our normal pace here for our Sundays and Tuesday defined streams, starting at 8:15. Can y'all confirm for me, do y'all hear some music in the background, or am I just completely crazy at this point? Would love to know. That's the only way we're going to know. All right, a goal. UMass going to go up 2-0. We get some messages in here that'll help us stack up the streams that we've got. So we'll throw Yale here on 2. Like that game's about to get started, so perfect timing there. Captain, we'll get you guys up as well. Normally we would have to cover some others, but hey, if they're not online, if we can't find them, it's hard to put the game up and show you. So Wisconsin versus Iowa now in the bottom left. A nice Big Ten matchup. Still not live on the LG website, so we're working to make sure that happens as well. Got to promote out there. We've got 3 games live here in the moment. Those are the only ones we're showing available on the LG website. If you're familiar with a 4th, again, we are looking potentially for an RMU stream, but they are not listed right now. RMU's taking on BYU. Now hold that thought for a moment. Wisconsin, the Badgers, going to be scrappy here. Leon Knights, a.k.a. Petit John, going to provide the opening goal for the Badgers as they get scrappy. Other games around the league, BYU taking on RMU. Colorado College taking on Maine. Alaska Fairbanks taking on Army. That should be likely a one-sided fight. Iowa strikes right back. The Hawkeyes give it to TFA. And he does it the right way and evens things up here at one apiece behind Lead Diesel. And a goal for Air Force Academy. Bing, bang, boom. We got goals flying in here in a fury. So I hope you're not in a hurry to click that button and go anywhere else. We've got 2+ hours of great hockey action. Who's ready? Who's ready for a great night of hockey, y'all? Raise your dongers up there in the chat. Iowa going to lose a man, so now the Badgers, they're going to go on the odd man advantage due to the mistake. Busted and sent away. Air Force Academy got it back in. God, those are some real difficult colors with the blue and white. I don't blame anybody having an issue in that one. Right before the end of the first period, Minnesota's going to march a man off. So they're down 2-0 right now. Now they're short a man. Going to have to find something in the locker room. Wake the crew up. This period has not gone the way that they've needed. Need to not give up a quick strike here in the final 2.7 seconds. Good decision to tie up, but it's lost. Shot. Rebound hangs around for a moment, and the period expires. There we go, folks. Still looking for our fourth game out there, so NCAA, who do you want to see? Let me check for anybody posting right now in the Discord. Nothing there. Gonna check the LG Discord. We got Captain Carter. All right, so still hurting. We just got 3 games for you in the moment, folks. As you can tell, we're still working on some lighting issues with the green screen. But have spent some time with it, working to dial it in. Welcome on in, our new viewers, catching on in. Getting the night started here with a little NCAA try-box as we wait for a fourth game to present itself. Right now, we do not have that available. Start of the second period. It's UMass up 2-0 over Minnesota. 8 minutes remaining in the first. Air Force Academy up 1-0 and on the power play against Yale. And waning seconds of the first, and now intermission set. Wisconsin and Iowa, the Big Ten matchup, locked in at 1 apiece. After Leon Knights opened the scoring and Iowa struck immediately back. Took the face-off, went straight on in, wasted absolutely no time. Let me know, is there music in the background? Or am I fully crazy at this point? So I think I finally got it back working again, but let me know, folks. We'll keep an eye out for it. Passing it across the ice. UMass got it on the power play. Skated in the right corner. A lot of skating room. Shot left side. Kind of awkwardly bounced across, but the man was standing in the right place at the right time. Able to capitalize on that. Air Force Academy in striking range. Oh, excuse me, that's Air Force Academy coming forward with it. Downhill now. They've got it. Pass back to the point. Too far. Then back to their goaltender, Tox. And that's TDK. Then forward in the offensive zone. Up 1-0. Looking for more damage. Shot from range. Gloved on in. That's a good glove save there. That's from Yale's Tendy. Form uprising and confirmed it is TDK on the other side. We, it looks like, have a fourth game have gone live, so let me go grab this, but let me just put it in the right order. Let's not screw up everything right now. You get here, you go there, and then to get my fourth line up, and my fourth, that's going to be in the bottom right-hand corner, refresh. We're going to get Colorado College versus Maine. This is a 50-win Colorado College team, so having back-to-back great seasons. Let's hope so with that tuition. Folks, if you don't know, Colorado College, most expensive in the state, $60K a year in tuition. I saw a chart recently. How it sticks, how I pull that in this moment. The world will never know, but now you'll know that fact in that moment. We've got all 4 games locked in for you, officially in the quad box for the first time tonight. Opening up, of course, with LG NCAA. And I believe we're going to have a goal here by UMass. Indeed we do. It rings true. Bruv Linus. Out in front all alone. Just beats 5-hole. Trickles off the leg. Ugh. That is off the perineum, folks. That's right. We're going deep into our tricks. And so is it's 42046. No, we got it wrong. We got it wrong. It is Lead Diesel again. It's TFA 24106. But great breakaway, a backhand beauty, converts all alone. So we almost have some perfect calls. But now we've got 4 games in here, and this would be a huge shocker on the night if Maine was able to defeat Colorado College. 28 wins separate them on the season. And our first hat trick of the night, ladies and gentlemen, they are raining on in here for everyone on UMass, but in particular, we get the rat trick. UMass absolutely working as it's Mr. Linus. So what do we do, folks? We hit him 3 times. That hat trick horn. EDSS 17. He's going to score. Gorgon Paps on. But UMass not done. They're continuing to add it on. Dev Grew Scarface, a.k.a. Linus, got another. So 4 here. Just absolutely pouring on the goals. We're going to slow down there. Wisconsin's going to get the tie here. I got skill 13-15. And there we go. 3 goals coming around. Let's see if Maine or Colorado College can complete out the quad box chaos that we got here. Rolling early on to start the Mezcast. It's like a little delay on clipping it for whatever reason. Like if I clip, it's going to lose like the previous 3 seconds. So got to time it right. Got to get it all set up. That's right. Timing matters even and especially maybe even more on my side. I know. More than the players, not at all, but helps when we are in conjunction and when we have got everything integrated within the stream, working appropriately. Glad to have you here for a little Tuesday throwdown. I'm playing with that. Do we need to call it the Tuesday tussle? Little breakaway here. Getting around the corner. No, but he's alone. Try the between the leg maneuver. That would have been a nifty goal for sure here. Now coming the other way. Yale gets into the offensive zone. Loses it right at the danger area. Converted. Lost the other way. And now we're going to have a power play. Cross-checking. See ya, Colt. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? 6:18 remaining in Wisconsin, Iowa. There's a little bit of slowdown there. We did lose UMass versus Minnesota. They may have thrown in the towel on that one. That game was an ass whooping. So it was 5-0. The rat trick had already come out. So we'll show mercy for a moment. We'll cover it up. We'll cover it up, but that game may have ended. That's all I can say. That was already at the point of mercy rule at that point. That was particularly brutal. I understand it happens. Sometimes you just got to move on. Good bit of skating here. Yale with speed, spins, back to the defense. Weak backhand shot, easily picked off. That was a muffin. Taken back in the neutral zone. Yale trying to kill off some time. They're down 2 goals. They've still got 25 seconds to kill off here on the PK. Looking around, it's a 2-2 game in the Big Ten. Wisconsin and Iowa locked in. 4:20 remaining here in the second. Try to pass across. Hits off a stick. Bounces up right along the baseline. Took a moment to come down the elevator shaft. And we've got a goal. Colorado College going to strike to even things up. It's Demons having a phenomenal season for them. 10-0, 46 points. Nice even distribution. Now 47 points officially now. Possibly, nope, that's their first goal. Has to be 47 in 25 games. 23 goals. 25 goals, 22 assists. I'm done trying to do it. We tried. We'll reintegrate. We'll reset. A goal here with less than 30 seconds remaining in the period. I got skill. He's got back-to-back goals here for Wisconsin as they pull ahead 3-2. A goal here. Bray 4X FYB gonna strike to cut the lead in half. This is a Yale Bulldog player. Let's see if we get a little replay of it. Out in front, somehow gets lost in the sauce. Lost in traffic. Did not catch that one, was the goaltender. So Yale down 1-2 against Air Force Academy. We got 5 minutes gone in the second between Colorado College and the Maine Black Bears. They're 1-1 apiece right now. Colorado College in the offensive zone. Second intermission, Wisconsin up 3-2 over Iowa. The Badgers and the Hawkeyes in a great, great game. We got to see what they got matchup-wise. That is always an important piece, Magnus. So I can't show that they're too good. They're too good. So we will see. If y'all got a great matchup, if y'all got somebody with more than 40 wins, I will agree to throw Red Deer up there. But y'all get some love around here for sure. There's no doubt. There's so many teams in the CHL. I got to spread it around as best I can. So, especially if it's going to be an ass whooping. We love to get our most competitive games as possible here. Oh, a trickler. Demon's going to add to his total. Filthy Snipes. No, it's not Wesley Snipes out there. Let's see. Who's this link we're getting somebody from? Oh, we got an RMU BYU game right now. Well, let's get that game up. That way we've got 4. That's a 1-1 game that's coming in here before we lose it to anything else that might be happening. Looks like the Minnesota UMass game is completely over. At least Minnesota wants no more part of it. Here we go. One back live. We've also got to update our hat trick counter, our rat trick counter. It's at 1 to start the night, folks. That's more than we had all Sunday, so love to see the offense out there. We got BYU and RMU 1-1, final 3 minutes of regulation. Colorado College has started to pull away, up 3-1 over Maine. Still plenty of time remaining, though. 7.5 in the second, plus the whole third period to go. But they're adding them on repeatedly now. The Oz 4 makes it 4-1. Colorado College up big over Maine in a hurry. Final minute of regulation. Let's lock in on that game real quick. Let's pull it up. Switch number 1. There we go. Locked in. 40 seconds. Great game here between BYU and RMU. Will this go to overtime, or will somebody be a hero in regulation? Zedestro to Zetterberg to Ovi left side. Ovi has options, sends it back to the point. Zedestro, he skates mid. Big shot, hits off a body, rebounds out to the left side. Sent forward, BYU trying to convert, but RMU takes it away. Zetterberg to Ovi, left side. They're tight on each other. Sent around the boards to the far right side. Matthews, back to the point to Gump. Shot, hits off a body, rebound. Matthews, Fleury has to take a stab at it eventually, and he is forced to grab onto it. 4.4 seconds remaining here. All right, we got some stories coming in here. Tell us what we got, Short Dog. Oh, the Jackals? I hadn't shown the Jackals in a hot minute. It'd be good to show them. Oh, the goal trickles in, but time has expired. Woo! So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our first overtime! Love the overtimes. And we love our hat trick. So here we go. Let's roll it on back to the quad box. And why did nobody tell me? Why did nobody tell me I had the wrong info up the whole damn time? I saw it at the last second. Big fail. I clicked down too far. That's why you do it automated. All right, so taking a look around. Yale's still down a goal right now. Trying to come back against Air Force Academy. There's 13 and change remaining here in the third. Less than 10 remaining. Wisconsin holding on to their 1-goal lead, up 3-2 over Iowa. This has been a really great game. And, of course, love those easily defined colors. You can tell who's who out there. Everybody's got some nice flow. This, the Yale Air Force Academy. Oh, that's one that makes you question your own sanity sometimes. I know that the Blues are slightly different, but man, it is tough. Appreciate you, Cope Devil. Love getting to do this. We will have the LG NHL coming up here shortly, so be on the lookout for that. Any particular games I should look out for in the NHL? I typically don't get a lot of requests from there, so let me know what I should show tonight. There's any particularly great games that we are aware of. So looking for games, as always. Appreciate the help. Looks like I've missed some love I got to give out here, so let's re-roll this. Short Dog 97, appreciate the follow and welcome on in. Glad to have you here on the Mezcast. Thank you very much for the follow. Sorry I missed it in the moment. Too locked in, too dialed in, making all of our calls. Let's get our overtime list updated there. We've already got to work that counter up. That's at 1, ladies and gentlemen. How far is it going to go tonight? What do you got? I'm calling 4.5 for the overtime. I'm taking the over, believe it or not. And hat tricks, I think they're going to come in tonight, unlike on Sunday. So we had none there. We've got a goal here. Captain Carter going to make things interesting. The Hawkeyes going to strike with less than 5 remaining in regulation to even things up. So we have ourselves a brand new game. dialed in. Over 100 viewers hanging out there on the Mezcast. Why? Because we do it like nobody else does in the Chell sphere. We got all the LG games for you here every Sunday and Tuesday night. Bringing the action, making it all happen. So make sure you hit that follow button if you haven't before. If you've got that subscribe button available, especially if you've got your Prime subscription, now's the right time. Get yourself that ad-free viewing for 33 days, along with the personalized welcome here to the Mezcast booth. And it all depends on the tier that you join at. So you join at one of those higher tier ranks, we're going to give you the extra love. Don't forget those gifted subs if you can help out. That's how we make the stream grow. As you can see, still trying to integrate the green screen here. Go for Yale! Swedish Wolf gonna make it a brand new game. Colorado College so far ahead. They got Deskinen, the defenseman, gonna score. So they are well in control, up 5-2 now. One-timer from range goes 5-hole. Final 15 seconds of regulation. We got a timeout between BYU and RMU. That's almost halfway into the first period of overtime. We'll go as far as it takes. We've also got a 2-2 game between Air Force and Yale. So 3 really tightly contested games here, either towards the end of regulation or already into overtime. We've got a goal from Wisconsin with 11.9 seconds. This may be all they need. Exmal hombre. He is the big hombre in the moment. Let's see if they can hold on to it. Up 4-3. 11.5 remaining in regulation. Quick breakaway. Iowa trying to get there, but the pass taken away. Time taken away. 5 seconds. Leon Knights sends it forward. Do they have a chance to add? No, but it doesn't matter. They're going to win 4-3 in regulation. So they snatch an extra point away from Iowa. Scoring less than 12 seconds remaining on the clock. So they're our first bit of drama on the night. Wisconsin snatching one away from Iowa. So the Hawkeyes, they'll have to go back and regroup. They have 2 more games. We'll have 3 more rounds of games coming up here, but we'll switch up off the NCAA here shortly. We get a nice little rotation so that, in theory, we get 4 NCAA games. We get 3 CHL, 3 ECHL, 3 AHL, and 3 NHL games. So trying to give the best of all the worlds we've got possible, show you all the tiers. Right now, we're showing you at the bottom there, bottom right-hand corner, Colorado College. Tacos, my son, is the name on the jersey, and they are pouring it on, up 7-2 over the Maine back Bears. Got to work that alliteration. Really got to make sure we get that enunciation in there. Let's go ahead and take down our bottom left game here for a moment. We'll work to replace that with our ECHL games. We have not gotten our normal list here. 8-2. The Oz 4 adds it on. Ted Hitchcock out front. Hey, he's been called worse, folks. I'm pretty happy with that one. Hopefully I got the clip right on that. Ooh! 2.5 minutes remaining in the first period of overtime between BYU and RMU. And did we miss or did we get overtime? What's looking around, looking for the magic, seeing what's happening? I think we got overtime. Feels like that. Yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen. Overtime! Tack it on the counter. Roll it on up. We got RMU. We've got our winner. The Colonials. It's Matthews. He's the hero right before the period expires. And RMU adds on another win. They move to 32-23-6 on the season. Brigham Young was looking for that to make 500. So they've got still trying to chase that number. LeClaire going to score for Maine, but at this point, it's mostly just a stats goal more than anything else. Little breakaway able to convert. It's the 1T for Austin Matthews. Matthews having a mixed season, despite putting up 40 points in 18 games. So, nice win here to grab instead of the OT loss they had. We'll lock into our, let's go ahead and just go top right-hand corner. Whoops. If we click the correct number. There we go, folks. Dialed in our last NCAA game of overtime. Of course, let us know what games you want to see at the next tier coming up. We did want to see what the Jackals were looking like. Who are the Jackals playing at the CHL level? Wow, Elmira 59-7-3. Good Lord. I don't know that I'm going to be able to show y'all against anybody at this point. Otherwise, it might be brutal. Even though Springfield's having a north of 500 season. 32-29-8. Always got to switch it up. I've never been a big fan of how this one hits. Go ahead and jump. Keep this EDM list going. More than 7 minutes gone. Coming up on 7.5 gone here in overtime. Yale and Air Force Academy locked in at 2. Our opening games always starting here with the NCAA. We'll have our other slate of games coming up here from the CHL, the ECHL, AHL, and NHL. We'll get back to our quad box format, but right now we got this overtime thriller, and there it is over. Backdoor Outlaw is right there. He buries it, and they get the job done. Air Force wins 3-2. The Ontario Outlaw, officially the man. 14-4, now 15-4 record. Looking mighty good, sporting 3 points a game with a plus-minus north of 30. So no wonder they're having an impressive 42-17 in one season. Chandler Gither, 15. Appreciate the follow and welcome on in. Glad to have you hanging out here on the Mezcast. We'll roll on back to the quad box, see what we can get you going there as we rotate our games on around. There we go. Now you can see the format we're going to take for the rest of the night here. What's going on, Invisty? You got called up to the C? What team are you playing for, Invisty? I want to get a good matchup on, so I got to know who you're playing for, so I can make sure I get a great one here. Maybe we'll try to sneak in. Who's Elmira playing tonight? We'll review. We'll see what they've got. Ooh, Victoriaville next? I think that might be the game I probably show. Yeah. Let's show Elmira versus Victoriaville. So we'll throw that in the second round of games that the CHL has. Uh-oh, Buffalo Jones coming in here, throwing some shade, throwing some hate. Come on, the man's just trying to do his job. Ooh, Buffalo versus Vegas is probably a little brutal. Let's stick off of that one. Edmonton and Ottawa should at least be a reasonable game. Ottawa's up 1-0, so we'll tune you into coverage already started here. Need to catch the hydrate. Folks, any other games you want to see at the above levels tonight? You know, I had some other recent requests for Acadie Bathurst, so let me see that matchup that they've got. It is sometimes so hard to see these logos so tight. Okay, so Invisti is giving us the coverage. This is kind of a tough game. Let's see. What do we have else tonight for Acadie Bathurst? They're playing Reun Naranda later. I'll try to get y'all in game 3, so we'll line that up game 3 there. But I still need an opening game for the CHL. Red Deer versus Vancouver. This is probably going to be one of the better matchups we'll be able to show for them. So let me get this live. It's in the second period already. 1-1. The Vancouver Giants. Yep. Invisti says debut time. Well, we'll get you on the Mez. We'll try to get you on the Mezcast here, not for your debut game, but for your debut night, Invisti. So we'll do what we can, unless we get overruled by somebody else above our pay grade. Let's get a ECHL match that's maybe a little under the radar here. Some teams we haven't had a good chance to show. This will be between the Alaska Aces and the Newfoundland Growlers. This season is not going particularly well for either team, well below 500. That means we should get a good game between a couple of teams just fighting and scrapping right now. It is the Alaska Aces up 2-0 over the Newfoundland Growlers. We'll see if Whitey X31, the right winger, he's the highest rated player in this game. Let's see if he comes alive here for Newfoundland. 9 minutes remaining in the second. Still working, as you see, to fully replace our NCAA slate. So let's get our AHL game rocking and rolling. We've got our NHL game falling apart, apparently. Who haven't we shown? Who haven't we shown? We showed Henderson. We've shown the Rain. Chicago and Texas. How are these matchups? 38-37. This is the type of matchup that you live for. And they're looking for it right now, so we'll replace it. Appreciate Yale for having their stream up. Newfoundland, BX scary. He's going to strike and make it scary as he cuts into the lead. So Newfoundland, we said they needed to come alive. Here's their chance. Sometimes it just starts with getting one in. Did I screw up for? Oh, I just hadn't gotten it on there correctly. Boom. Rotated. Now we're into our next round of lineups here. Vancouver up 2-1 over Red Deer. And they're going to equalize right as we tune in. Big moment for Magnus. We're watching from his stream, and we get to watch as they equalize here against the Vancouver Giants. Both of these teams really good. Vancouver's 23 games over 500. Red Deer 54-13 on this season. Whew. That is over 40 games over 500. That's just great work. We got the Ottawa Senators looking for their game. May need an NHL replacement. Chandler, I only rock NCAA the first round of games. So we get NCAA in to open up the night. They get Quadbox so that we get to show 8 different teams. And then the rest of the time we go here in this format that we've got the CHL in the bottom right, the ECHL in the bottom left. Top right is reserved for the AHL. and the granddaddy of them all, the LG NHL. It's in the top left-hand corner. So we got the quad box lined up for you here, waiting to still get Texas and Chicago started there in the top right-hand corner. I believe Chicago's likely going to be taking some penalties here soon, if not worse. So don't want to see a full-blown forfeiture. So hopefully we get that game before too long. Ottawa is also looking for their game against Edmonton. I'll go on the hunt for a replacement, and if we find one in time, we will utilize it. Caps and Blues. Let's get a little dark and gritty here in the NHL. Some teams really fighting for their position, trying to stay alive at this point in the season. First, we're going to catch a quick ad from Brandamore, but try to see their game should be going from what we see. 0-0 Washington and St. Louis. 16 and change remaining in the second. So still plenty of hockey to go. There we go. Now we've got the game in here. Second intermission comes in between Red Deer and Vancouver. They are tied at 2 apiece. So who's going to take it in the final 20? Who's your money on, folks? Red Deer certainly has been a top-tier team, but look at those stats. Very identical until you get down to time on attack and passing, at which point it skews in Red Deer's favor, but 10 shots apiece, 12 hits apiece, 6-5 in faceoff. So key stats holding strong, but the rest of the metrics favoring Red Deer. So I'd likely lean on them, but hey, got to come out here in the third period, got to set the tone. Red Deer with it, making their entry up the boards. Sent on around. Scooped up in the corner. Passed across into the slot. Good shot, but a body was right there. Second shot from the point hits a body. And now Vancouver on the breakout. Open ice deep, gets poked away. Hey, Jacoby, don't have I could get some football in after hockey is actually no, I got racing tonight as well. So we'll be going pretty late tonight. If we're going to be doing some football. But open to that, it would be about 11:30 or so Eastern time if we were going to be able to do any kind of football. So tonight is the last stream before Vegas. That's right, I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to have some content, so y'all be on the lookout. I'm going to be working the Rare Evo, a Web3 convention for genuine games and Ascent rivals. So be on the lookout for that. I'll have plenty of sweet stuff coming up, including maybe a mobile stream. Maybe play-by-play in Vegas. Do I need to walk around on Fremont Street and do play-by-play for Vegas? I'm thinking about it. So we'll see. You never know. You never know exactly what's going to happen here. Ooh, pass sent forward, lost away. So let's see who's going to take this ECHL game. Again, Newfoundland and Alaska, neither team particularly where they wanted to be when they started the season. But both teams about equal in that aspect. So got a good game going on here. Alaska Aces up 2-1 over the Newfoundland Growlers. That's our ECHL game. We got 11.5 remaining. Hold the phone. St. Louis. They are going to provide the Blues for Caps Gaming. Brandamore, we're watching from his perspective. And Newfoundland going to make it a new game. It's Exhakaj 72, a.k.a. 3-1. But that's incorrect. Technically, it's 2-2. 11.5 remaining in regulation. Less than a minute for that for Red Deer and Vancouver. They're tied at 2 apiece as well. Alaska gonna strike back. REJ 5182. He's got the fish out on the ice in celebration. So what do we do, folks? We hit him 3 times that hat trick horn. Boom. Alaska Aces back on top here, up 3-2 over Newfoundland after the recent equalizer. The Growlers thought they were back in it. Alaska Aces said, not so fast. Long send forward, trying to pinch between, but couldn't find it. Alaska into the slot, baseline shot. Wid's going to hold on to it. Looks like that is an incorrect name. Should be Scampers. Red Deer on the power play. 8 minutes remaining in regulation. You see Chicago and Texas has started, so the Wolves did have to take a 2-person penalty here. So again, lucky not to forfeit, but what can Texas do to get it started? Got to get cooking. They feed in front. They get at least one. VX Scary, he's going to strike for Newfoundland. That's at least his second goal. That's going to tie things back up at 3. But Texas going to strike. Bubba Ray, he is on display. And make way because he has scored early here for Texas, much to Chicago Wolves' dismay. Red Deer gonna strike with 7:14. Caps Gaming gonna tie things up. Shafty gonna feel that way for the Blues. Zoo York Kev, officially the name on the sweater. The Red Deer up 3-2. I believe this is a timeout from the Vancouver Giants. Want a moment to breathe. They were tied at shots after the second at 10 apiece, but Red Deer has exploded in the third. Texas has struck again. So less than 4 minutes into the game, the Texas Stars have 2 shots, 2 hits, 2 goals, and they are outright dominating this game. One with an odd man advantage, up 5-3 due to the penalties that Chicago had to take, due to be late to the game. And then an even strength goal. I do like their early timeout. That's sometimes just the way you got to go. You got to help your team out. If it's not going early, just take the timeout. Try to see if you can get some momentum swung. You get some energy back. You refocus, whatever it may be. But you go down 2-3-0 within the first 5-10 minutes or so. You need to really think about how you're going to utilize that timeout, because if you don't use it and you're down 7-0 later, what's the timeout matter? Use it. Get your team refocused. Splash of water, whatever it takes. Wake the hell up. You should have entered the period. You should have entered the game right, but sometimes you can't. They were forced to take a penalty that likely had them shaken, not stirred. And then they fell behind. The Aces here gonna add on, so they're gonna take the lead. Red Deer gets the insurance goal. Hammer time. MC Hammer in the building, aka what the fuck. Love that. What a wonderful name. And what a wonderful life being here, announcing 4 games at a time. LG Quadbox, folks. And how do we feel about Tuesday Throwdown? Do we prefer Tuesday Tussle? Does it need something different? Flirting around, shaking it up, getting ready before we do some sweet, sweet stuff in Vegas. Working rare EvoCon. Got some extra exciting short and long content planned for Vegas. So be on the lookout for what we're going to do, folks. Going to shake things up here on the Mezcast. Play-by-play in a new way. Texas has a goal in a new way. It's a little tip drill out front. Ozzy the man to tally the strike at the end. They are up 3-0 in the first 10 minutes of the game. Crossing back over the hundo mark. Welcome on in, folks. Moving towards the end of regulation. The Alaska Aces up 4-3. Final 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and dial it in on there. Give it its credit. See if they can close it out or if we can force overtime. Sorry, wrong box. take down the NCAA. Just killing time. Now Alaska with the puck. Askey. Left alone. Gets the 99's off his fed out front. Slapped. Hits off a body in traffic. They stall. They don't care. Alaska officially going to defeat Newfoundland 4-3. We go back to the quad box. Next, close up here, Red Deer. Let's see if they can close out the job. Close the NCAA window. Boom. 30 seconds. Couple seconds of 4-on-4 here. Red Deer Rebels up 4-2 over the Vancouver Giants. Giants in white. Got the puck, but they are short a man. Can't convert across into the slot. Havoc trying to sauce up the man. Can't beat the defender, but a delayed penalty comes in. Red Deer going to lose a man this time. Well, job is done. The Giants were in it for a good long while, but it falls apart late in the game. We tune in. Final minute of regulation. Let's go to that in the NHL. Washington and St. Louis. Final 50 seconds here. Reed sends it on into the corner, but not enough behind it. D-Bonhomme, the little man, gives it up to Berube. To Brindy, to Takano. He gets the shot, but he can't get the short side snipe. Went a little low. Goaltender hug at his post. He was to task in the moment. 37.6 seconds remaining here in regulation. Tension building up. Is somebody going to deny some serious points here? Tunes kicking his final 30 seconds. Corey Mack spins. Shot from range. It goes just wide. Reed to Unique at the point. Shot, little tip along the way, but not enough to confuse the goaltender. Scooped out, sent out front. The Caps gonna strike Shafty. He's got his second goal of the game. Zoo York Kev on the sweater, but Shafty, the name, and Shafty the feel. The Blues gonna feel their own music. Uh-oh, taking away Readers. Can he add on the insurance and guarantee? 5-hole nasty tuck. It's his first goal of the game. But he'll certainly take it unassisted. Runs away with it off the faceoff. And Caps Gaming gonna provide some stunning pair of goals here at the end of regulation to take away at least a point from the St. Louis Blues. All set up, sent forward. Ooh, knocked on down. St. Louis, just no time, though. We go on back to the quad box. That'll leave us only one game in play there, so we'll take the others down while we get them into a reload. Let you focus on that Texas Stars butt whooping right now they are providing to the Chicago Wolves. We take down 1, 3, and 4. We'll get you your replacements on each of those. Give us just a moment. Let us know. I think we had our CHL game lined up here. Victoriaville versus Elmira. Big Ricky trying to hold on for the points lead in LGCHL this season. I believe somebody said we had a stream for that one. I'm looking for it right now. Et voila. It's already started, so we'll go ahead and get that one replaced on in there. Unless they're still playing Saginaw. Did I read that right? Victoriaville is still playing Saginaw right now, so they are supposed to take on Elmira, but we've at least got the game, so we'll prepare for when that comes in. We go on the hunt for the ECHL next. Appreciate you, Short Dog. Yeah, I was just trying to figure out what's going on. Do you know if this is how much time do we have to play? Is this true start? Has only one period been played? Because that would have been a very, very late start. Yo, Ice Dog MVP. Welcome on in. Appreciate the follow. Is the alert box not playing nicely? Dun, dun, dun. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah, yeah, even a manual trigger's not popping that off. Okay. Okay. I think I need alert box too. Don't worry, buddy. I'll get you hooked up. Give me just a second here. Get it in the right spot. Get it all lined up. And 3, 2, 1. No. I never understand why it breaks on me sometimes. All right, let me make an alert box real quick. Only got a few games going. Should just take me a moment. Take 2. Nope. Looks like we've got a full-blown integration issue. So I'll work on that. But welcome on back, Ice Dog. Glad to have you here, buddy. We've still gotten all of our new follows tonight. Sorry it's not popping up there. Let me just check another screen real quick. Let's go to our CHL. What if I pop it here? Not on any of these. Including the new one I just created. Yeah. He is full broke. So sorry, buddy. Wow, they said that was really the first. They had 2 lag outs and took forever in between restarts. Ooh. That's a little tough. But appreciate you letting me know. It's no biggie. Ice Dog says I miss playing for Elmira. That's a good team. It helps. It helps when you're a goaltender when you get to play in front of a really, really good team. There's no doubt about that one, buddy. Can't blame you for missing out on that party. Some good shooting from Scarlett here. Keep it here locked in on this Victoriaville Saginaw game for a moment. Working on a test. Let's see what we can do here. Some nice little color correction there. Crooked Tech up to Penny. The Wiz shot. It goes wide. Scooped up by Saginaw in the offensive zone, but lost as they try to do more with it. Bounced around for a moment. We'll slide back quad box. Look for these other games. Texas, we see, up 4-0 over Chicago. We need an NHL game, though, to replace here. No, I showed Seattle on Sunday. Calgary and Anaheim. This should be a good game. Double checking my time for this game. 35. Perfect timing. So 2 teams separated by 1 win. We just had the Caps Gaming upset the Blues. The Blues were in control for a lot of that game, but Washington found an equalizer and then found a lot of offense at the end of regulation to put it away. So now we're looking to get the Calgary Flames taking on the Anaheim Ducks. That'll be our NHL game we've got there for you in the top left. Still got Texas and Chicago for now. Victoriaville and Saginaw. 0-0, 6.5 remaining. So it's been a good game. We'll keep it here. We may stick with Victoriaville a little longer than planned tonight because we do want to get Elmira coming up. I try to avoid those, Ice Dog. If it was real crap team versus real crap team, or, you know, you said the word, not me. If it's one of those, if you got 2 of those teams against each other, I'm a little more open to those kind of games. You know, especially for some teams. Make sure we show everybody. There's so much talent. There's over 3,000 active players in a week. Think about that, folks. Across our 3 lines, there's 1,000 different people playing each night. All right, little less given our goalies can have to do double duty. We've shown the Railers. What's our ECHL situation looking like? The Growlers, the Thunders, Idaho, and Kansas City. Hadn't shown them in a minute. Records are impressive. Idaho and Kansas City well above 500. So let's get this game popped up. We'll be watching from Murray Shota's side. This game is just getting live, like literally connecting now. So our timing could not be more perfect. By the time this ad drops, they should just about be having puck drop. Working through our games on the night. Having a little bit of issues with software. Surprise, surprise. We are owed a couple of numbers here. The technical hat trick and overtime numbers are 2 apiece. So let's get that updated. Let's try something. Got a couple games live for you. The Kansas City Mavericks and the Idaho Steelheads. This should be a really great ECHL matchup. Idaho sporting a lineup of Ghost Reaper 0609, Murray Soda at center, ZE2 at right wing. The defenders are Mesmeric Egg 94 and Pack 48 man. And between the pipes, it's Meat Eye. And our opening goal here, Kayla Oliganov. That is a player for Idaho there. Ozganov, excuse me. There's our pronunciation. Welcome on in, folks. Those of you just getting tuned in here for some fresh set of games, we got games all over the place. Somehow this Victoriaville game started so late, so that CHL setup is a little bit behind. That's going to throw some things off significantly. Sorry, Orion. As always, we got our NCAA in the opening slot. That's what we've got this season with NCAA back moving back slots. So we had 5 slots previously for time, but now we've got 4. Want to balance it. So this way, every league gets as much balance as possible. So each night I get to show 4 NCAA games, 4 CHL games, 3 CHL games, 3 ECHL games, 3 AHL games, and 3 NHL games. So we've got it pretty well balanced where we get to show off a little bit of the best parts of every league. We don't just show the best parts of every league as well. We had a matchup here earlier between 2 teams that were double-digit games below 500, but it was a great game. So we're always looking for the best game that we can possibly get. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Just want to also share for the new people out here that haven't seen it, that haven't gotten to enjoy the crazy awesome stuff that we're doing out here. This is it. There are a few things quite like this. This is your own personal Chell red box right here. Texas continues to add on. They officially score the touchdown, up 6-0 behind Bubba Ray Dudley's latest tally. Well, one-timer, impossible to stop when you leave a man that wide open. I mean, there's nobody within half a rink of him, it feels like. Chicago not enjoying quite the season they had last season. All right. Now let's take 2 on this. A little more dialed in, but still missing that left cutoff. So we're working them settings, dialing them in just a little bit, getting our framing right. Of course, our lighting definitely may have to have some work, but hey, folks, we're glad you're here enjoying what we got. Always adding to our sweet, sweet features here on the Mezcast due to your help and what you provide here via subscriptions. Timmy Fairview, appreciate the follow and welcome on in. Glad to have you hanging out here on the Mezcast. We got Quadbox action. Don't know why Calgary against Anaheim hasn't started. We'll give it 3 more minutes and then we'll start looking for a game. Once we start getting into more than 2 penalties, those games get tilted pretty quickly. If you want evidence of that, just look at that Texas-Chicago game. Chicago had to take 2 penalties due to being late. There's a lot of games to play, multiple 100 games per night, like 196 games, so nearly 1,000. There might be 1,000 games or so that have to be played each and every single night. All right, Parksy, you're on in here, and you're excited for Calgary and Anaheim, so hopefully we can get that one started. We can get that rolling. We're looking for an AHL replacement next. Texas Stars 6-0. Only question at this point is the shutout or not. Saginaw going to strike against Victoriaville. This could set them up with a little bit of shocking mentality if they go into the game against Elmira already in the bag. Saginaw is a team 11 games below 500, so Victoriaville needs to wake themselves up. They've got Fine Wine 69 out there, Mitch the Bigfoot, and Pringmeister on the front line. Pringmeister and Fine Wine, both of them over $5.5 million each. Pringmeister coming in at 6.75. So this is the time you need to lean on those guys. I know not Joe Kim. He's been around. He's got a good eye for talent. Victoriaville Tigres have been good all 3 seasons I've been here, and there they go. As if requested, they get summoned, and they come alive. Mitch the Bigfoot, the centerman. He's the minimum wage man coming in and getting the job done. 21 games played. He's got 50 points now in his 22nd. Congratulations to him on the milestone. We catch it in the moment for Mr. Koufax, a.k.a. Mitch the Bigfoot. Dillo Q, appreciate the follow and welcome on in. Glad to have you hanging out here on the Mezcast, buddy. Saginaw, they strike right back here against Victoriaville. Gotta remember, fresh tattoo. Can't itch, can't scratch. Gotta leave it alone. We've got a goal here for Idaho. Murray Soda. He's the man you see there on stream, and he is rocking and rolling. Calgary gonna strike first in the NHL. Meep. His name is B-Wubs. The jersey says meep, meep. And he says beep, beep. Drives that truck right on in. Makes it 1-0 for the Calgary Flames in the opening 2 minutes of the game against the Anaheim Ducks. Wrong buttons to click. Anaheim trying to make the response back. You'd love to get a quick goal, make this 1-1 real quick if you're the Ducks, but instead it's Calgary going the other way. They do not convert, though, do the Flames. Ducks flying together, making some good passes around. Shot ricochets out to the side, and it's gone. Yeah, I know. Hey, life happens. We're getting ready. It's the last stream before Vegas, so, always dialing it in, always making it a little bit better. Real life happens. We'll certainly take that donation drop in bits if you try to retire us out here. You're trying to give us a new profession out here, Sirius Zurich. So don't be afraid to drop them bits. Don't be afraid to drop that subscription. Hey, it's working. It's moving along. We had some initial lighting test issues. We're still working on it here as we go along. We've had some great games so far. Anaheim and Calgary, 10 minutes gone in regulation. It's a 1-1 game. The Flames stroking the opening couple minutes. Anaheim now has a pair of goals to tie, then take the lead. It's McLovin, and there comes Sirius Zurich dropping the 100 biddies. And yes, the alerts is broken. We are aware. We've tried to fix that too. So many problems tonight, man. Hey. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way, but we roll with the punches. We're never scared. We're never thrown off. As long as we got the games, we got a mic, and we got this voice, we are going to do what we do best. Announce games in the Quadbox. Victoriaville, they're going to strike back. They're not done. Pringmeister, we said he needs to come alive. The $6.75 million man. Ghost Reaper's going to strike. The Idaho Steelheads pouring on the sauce over the Kansas City Mavericks. 3-0, 8:02 remaining here in the second period. We do need our AHL replacement. Let's go hunt. I haven't covered Tucson, and I haven't covered Milwaukee in a while. This should be a relatively good, or within 10 games of each other. Appreciate you, Sarek. Really appreciate the bits as always, buddy. Appreciate you being here. You missed the absolute, I hope you got to see some of it. It was a slaughter that the Texas Stars put on. I was thinking of you. It should have been a good game. Instead, they absolutely put a beat down on the Chicago Wolves. Now in the AHL, we get the Milwaukee Admirals taking on the Tucson Roadrunners. We've got to quit there. I'm really hoping that doesn't mean we have a rebuild. Uh-oh, Kansas City has struck a pair here in a hurry. Does all of Kansas City have the same trap card right now? Like, if they go down by multiple scores, like, I'm talking 3 scores, do they just get activated? Because that's all Patrick Mahomes does at this point. Now the Kansas City Mavericks, they're trying to pull a bit of his strength. They're trying to pull of his magic. They were down 3-0, and within the blink of an eye, they have cut it to within 1. Mashui? I'm gonna go with Mashui 2021. Appreciate the follow and welcome on in. Glad to have you hanging out here on the Mezcast. Sorry I'm having some issues with my alert today, but always we give a personalized welcome, a follow, everything. Mash Changrene. Hopefully I did that justice. My French always needs work. Let me know. You know, I know the R's is a particularly difficult one, but hey, man, I'm always trying to make it happen. Appreciate you, Mash. Appreciate you. Hey, always willing to try. It just takes some time. I haven't, you come from Texas, you just don't spend a lot of time around the French. And let's face it, I think even the French Canadians would say that Louisiana French is not French. So even what I have heard from around the way ain't quite what you say. But glad to have you here. Welcome on in. We got Quadbox Chaos. All right, so Calgary struck in the opening 2 minutes, but as we make it to first intermission, the Ducks are up 3-1. So absolute questions. Look at that shot from range. That's why. Jolly Fog says not the Frenchies. Hey, man, I got a 50% Canadian audience here, so I know the Frenchies bring quite a bit there, and I always want to make myself accessible. Short Dog 97, appreciate the love. We'll definitely take the big hydrate here and catch a moment because, woo, I'm feeling it here. We're an hour and a half into Quadbox Chaos and full-time talking, full-time announcing. There's few things like it. All right, now the game we were very excited, or at least I was very excited for, Victoriaville and Elmira. This should be a darn good game we should be watching for, so keep an eye out there. Here's what we need to do. I need to add a... Well, breakaway. Milwaukee trying to do something with it. Opening 2.5 minutes of the second period. They're still at 0-0. We've got an early pause in Victoriaville versus Elmira. That game took a long time to get started because Victoriaville's first game somehow started after what I believe should have been surrender time. So maybe nobody wants to surrender at this point. If so, good sportsmanship. If otherwise, it throws off the night. But hey, maybe a little extra hockey for all of y'all out there. Jolly, I have played a few times. It's a little rough, but we'll have to do that sometime. So maybe a few more months. Maybe I'll be able to get myself a capture card or something. So always willing to take a donation. Somebody wants to throw the capture card in here to help me better pull some of the stuff. The remote play, even on a local network, there's a little latency and delay to it that I just really don't care for. Kind of makes it a little bit more difficult if you're trying to play and stream that way. Uh-oh, it trickles in. Kansas City still has the magic, but they're the Mavericks. The Kansas City Mavericks tying things up behind J.J. Hilly. What a turn of events. The Idaho Steelheads were up 3-0, absolutely rolling. I'm sorry, Mash. I didn't. Apologies. Shiragni, then? Sharon? There's some ways I could go with it. Apologies for assuming French. But welcome on in, Mash. Glad to have you here. I get it, man. I'm Mez and not. I go by Mez. I got a tattoo recently that proves how much I'm Mez. It literally is my gamer tag. So I got it over the weekend, and I am still in love with it. But my goodness, is the itch starting to bother me? Yes. And we haven't even gotten to the bad point. We're not even to the peeling. But excited. It was my first tattoo, and I've been working on this piece for a long time. It means a big piece. Mez is who I am. I've been that way for a long time. So my boy Sirius Surik out there knows it for real. He dropped the 100 bits earlier, but he is one of the OGs hanging out there. Yeah, I trust me, I've tried it. I think I can do theirs better than most, but I've had no one correct me. I go with Trois Olivier. I really try to let it happen. There's a lot of range for that French R. J.J. Hilly, a lot of speed. He rounded the corner, but it gets poked away. They're still going to get their power play started here, though. The Kansas City Mavericks, they're down 7 shots in total. But with 10:44 remaining, they're going to get a 2-minute opportunity here with the odd man advantage to take the lead after they were originally trailing 3-0. Victoriaville and Elmira, looks like we've got a rebuild there. Milwaukee and Tucson, they're still looking for their opening goal in that game. 3 minutes remaining in the second period. We got 1 minute remaining in the second period between Calgary and Anaheim. The Ducks lead the Flames 3-1. But the Calgary's going to cut into it right as we say. They feed it across. Parksy, he said this should be a good game. He's trying to make it so. He got fed the one-timer in the slot. And he does not miss the spot. Puts it home and buries it. 3-2. Anaheim still leads Calgary. So 4 games in play. Which one are you most excited for? Who looks the most impressive? Who should be scared? Calgary's had a couple moments of brilliance. They're leading in shots, but they do not lead on the board. Anaheim Ducks up 3-2 at second intermission. We got second intermission in the AHL. Milwaukee and Tucson, they're tied at 0-0. We're getting late into regulation, late into the third, less than 4 minutes between the Kansas City Mavericks trying to pull the 3-0 upset with the reverse sweep here. The Idaho Steelheads trying to focus back in and find some of that magic they had earlier in the game. And just getting started, the Victoriaville Tigres taking on the Elmira Jackals. 7 minutes gone there, 0-0 in that high-profile CHL game. Good little scramble. Milwaukee's skating forward with it. Rounds the corner, baseline. In the corner, feeds it back to the man at the point. Twisty skating in, shot. No good. That was Trocity, excuse me. Milwaukee sporting a 38-26-7 record. Tucson 31-34-6. So this would be a nice game for them to grab here. Trying to get to the right side of 500 late in the season. There's still time. I guarantee you there's somebody not in the playoffs in likely all of the leagues. Somebody is not in the playoffs right now. They are on the outside looking in that is going to get in. Somebody's going to fall apart. There's call-ups that are going to happen at every single tier. Good teams want to get better. Bad teams want to avoid being in hell. That's the great thing about such a big league. There's so much movement. There's so much that can happen with all these different players. Try something again here. There we go. Go ahead and dial it in just a little bit more. That's almost got us fully locked into place here. I told you, we're going to dial in them settings. We're going to make it happen. We've got just a little bit of lighting to resolve here. Anaheim continuing to keep things interesting, but they are within one right now. Holding on to that lead. Kansas City pulls the upset. The Idaho Steelheads have got to be questioning where their efforts sputtered because they have floundered in the worst possible moment. Sturgeon. I was trying to go for as many fish options I could there. There was more available. We could have done better. We won't even clip it. Not best opportunities. But congratulations to them. We got 10 minutes remaining in the NHL. Anaheim on a power play for 30 seconds. They're up 4-3 over Calgary. We're below 9 minutes between Milwaukee and Tucson. Still 0-0 there. Anaheim gets an insurance goal behind McLovin. Got to check for him. That's at least 2, but might be 3. We'll keep an eye on it. It's 4, so we owe the man a hat trick horn. We owe the good folks the hat trick counter. Let's get that updated. Keep it right. Keep it right. Wait, that's not right. Victoriaville, they're going to strike first. Fine wine, 69. That's the right price. And he comes out with a big payoff here for the Victoriaville Tigres. Up over the Elmira Jackals in that high-profile CHL game. Some of the best you'll see in all of CHL. And especially going against each other. What a beautiful game. Oh, we fully broke the camera now. Uh-oh. No. No. Yeah, we fully broke it now. We've gone to monochrome. All right, well, let's go ahead and give it something that really deserves the appeal that all that the ladies want to see. Final 2 minutes of regulation here between the Calgary Flames and the Anaheim Ducks. Ducks lead that one 5-2 and currently have the puck in the offensive zone. Meanwhile, in a 0-0 game, the Milwaukee Admirals, they're taking on the Tucson Roadrunners. Final minute of regulation here. We'll go ahead and dial in on that one. That one's still quite the game we got going on here. If you're wondering why, well, we've got the goal. Oh, we've got the goal. We've got the upset. Farmer Fran comes out of nowhere. That's right, folks. The Farmer walks right onto the stage, right onto the ice, and gets the job done. They're going to credit him with the goal. 44 seconds remaining here. We'll go ahead and stick as long as we are stuck here in black and white only. Certainly feels appropriate. Uh-oh. Tucson has gone to struck here even further. Let's go ahead and add on the full-on effects, and there you go. We'll not only use the voice, we'll go ahead and add the full-on radio effects that are required. So welcome on in, folks. Bit of craziness here. We had a 0-0 game running for a long time. Absolutely no one wanted to score, and then finally Tucson struck, and immediately they get right behind it again. Meanwhile, I've completely messed with my camera and have broken settings, so alas, we are stuck here in this form, in this mode, at least for a moment, at least while it's fun. I'm not gonna lie, that's a little fun. So glad y'all enjoyed it as much as I did. Welcome on in, DCHZS. Glad to have you here. First time chatter here on the Mezcast. We got to update. We got the wrong everything on it. I don't even have the AHL logo available apparently. Final 6 seconds. Was a great game. Tucson, a team below 500, going to take one away from the Admirals here. Gotta love it. Let's roll it on back. We'll get to the quad box, and it'll show you we've got Victoriaville Tigres and the Elmira Jackals. That one on odd timing. We'll have to look for games for the others, so let's look around. Let's see what we've got available to us. A big shocker earlier with the Kansas City Mavericks coming back in the ECHL. They were down 3-0 to the Idaho Steelheads and come back and win 4-3 in regulation. It's an absolute stunner. I think Elmira would be disappointed if they lost to Victoriaville. I mean, you never want to lose to anybody, but against a good team, you really want to show, hey, we're ready to compete. We're ready to play in the playoffs, and we've got that mental edge over you. So the Calgary-Anaheim game was pretty good for a really long time. Anaheim finding some success late in the game. Vegas and San Jose. What does this game look like? Ooh, not good. Vegas not having a good season. Dallas and Colorado are having about similar seasons. Let me see. Looks like they may be in a breakdown, so may have to look for an NHL game. Let's go ahead and take down what we don't have in play at the moment. Leave up just our CHL game. We completely lost the hair. That's what the headphones will do to you. You know, I wonder if it's the filter. It's not the filter. It's something within Logitech. Victoriaville continues to add on here. Quite the stunner, quite the shocker. The Jackals are falling asleep waiting in lobby for 20 minutes, says Short Dog. It definitely seems to be a challenge right now. Tired is definitely the word. Get it a little closer there, a little closer. Boom. There, me in the middle. Appropriate right size. See, we're getting it dialed in here, folks. We got a little image on there on the background, and we are high flying, just like the Victoriaville Tigres, because they are up 4-0 on the top of the table, Elmira Jackals. You know who's more upset than anything else right now? You know who is more upset than anyone else right now? I guarantee you it is Big Ricky 69. Big Ricky is pushing for the point lead in the LGCHL, and right now he is being skunked on the board by the Pirate QC. There's a Frenchie getting it done. Mitch the Bigfoot, the most recent adding on here for Victoriaville, a.k.a. Sonny Koufax. Wow, talk about foot on the gas pedal. Absolutely. I mean, the stats alone, there are 18 games separating these two teams, 60 and 42 in wins. Below that, every single position is rated higher for Elmira. Every single thing has them looking as the favorites. Elmira is even the home team, and yet they are getting skunked at home right now by the Victoriaville Tigres. They are making a statement. They are making a late season push, trying to say, we are here and we are here to play. All right. Now we'll take a moment here, truly get ourselves some game. We showed Cincinnati. What games do you want to see out there, folks? I don't think we're going to get around to Katie Bathurst tonight, unfortunately. Let me just double check on this game. 10-10. Should be starting right about now. I don't even have a stream for that one. So if I could get a stream, I would like to maybe show that one after this Victoriaville Elmira game expires. We should have some time based on what I see. So let me know. I've had some requests recently over the last couple of streams to get a Katie Bathurst Titans on tonight. So, or just on in general. So let me know. We'll make it happen, Captain. We're going to get the Fort Wayne Comets taking on the Indy Fuel in the ECHL. This is looking like a good matchup. Both teams over 40 wins on the season, which should put them well into contention. So ECHL live in 3, 2, 1. Locked in. You know who else is locked in? As you see, the Victoriaville Tigres up 4-0 over the Elmira Jackals. Psychotics, if you're out there. Jackal? Jackal. It's a jackal. Need to hydrate. We're almost to the end of our water here. We promised Dallas and Colorado in the NHL. We'll go ahead and get that one up here as well on 1. Perfect timing as we're between periods in our 1 CHL game we had remaining. Running out of time for me to get my 3 more overtime games I need. Hat tricks, I had the over on 7.5 as well, so need some help there. I believe we've caught both overtime games and our 3 hat tricks so far. I believe I've got our counters right, but let me know if you've been following along, if you've been out there since the beginning. We'll call it Mystify the Mez. Mystify the mistaken Mez. Whatever you need, I'll throw you the love. Trying to keep it up, trying to give you all the info, trying to give you the best possible version of Chell Red Zone that we can give you here. As always, folks, if you have some ideas, I'd always love to hear them. Always trying to give you, the viewer, what you want best. So let me know. Let me know, and I will certainly try to add it on. Elmira Jackals, they're going to need to add on Booker Woo. He's got the opening goal here for his team, but they are in a 3-goal hole, down 4-1. Booker Woo, the minimum man in the center. This is a really good, impressive lineup for Elmira. Big Ricky is 21 and 0 on this season, so this would only be his second loss of the season. Would be quite the shocker. Booker is 18-1-2, and Mr. Underdog, this whole lineup is a minimum lineup. Wow. This is a minimum lineup people, this is a masterclass in how you build a roster. I know they're having a bad game, but I want people to click this link, and I want you to go look at this roster, because this, collectively, there is not even double-digit losses prior to this game that they're in being tallied. Not double-digit losses, and this is an entirely minimum wage roster. Wow, that's just impressive. Victoriaville, they're showing, hey, we've got something figured out against them. Mitch the Bigfoot, he adds his on. I believe this is the hat trick for him. We'll wait for the official number. He may be at 4 now. No, only 2. Okay, so I am misremembering. We're waiting for the Fort Wayne Comets in the Indy Fuel. And we need an AHL game to complete out and round out our full quad box chaos here. How about Abbotsford? Abbotsford and Coachella. This is looking like a good matchup. 7 wins separate them. So here we go, lining up our final games of the night. Folks, if you love what we do here, make sure you hit the follow. If you haven't, make sure you know when we go live every Sunday and Tuesday for sure. Other times with football, racing, you never know what we got going on any given night. I'll have some extended coverage after my hockey coverage is over, so don't rush away tonight. I'll be showing Ascent Rivals as they present the Dirtfish Grand Prix. So still working through our trials on that one, still getting people qualified for the final event. Dallas, some good work. Trying to recover in their own zone, but some great skating by Colorado. They've got into the corner, sent back to the point. Corner. Shot on in, not good enough, and it's going to rebound out past. They'll be forced to touch up, but it's going to be offsides instead. Naro scored 11 points in 2 games, so the point race is essentially over for CHL. Hey, short dog. It only is that if you believe that. It only is that he could go score 7 or 8 in this next game and equalize on the night. So I'm not going to count any great score out. Hakeem Olajuwon said, never underestimate the heart of a champion. All right. And I'll tell you what, somebody with that kind of record, 21 games and 89 points. I'm not going to underestimate the heart of that person. I'm Hippa going to score for the Dallas Stars. No talent, a.k.a. she's too young for you, going to score for the Abbotsford Canucks. So they go up 1-0 right before the 10-minute mark in the first period over the Coachella Valley Firebirds. The Dallas Stars strike to go up 1-0 over the Colorado Avalanche. A little more than 5 minutes into the Fort Wayne Komets and the Indy Fuel. They're at 0-0 so far. And, of course, the CHL game that got started late, the Victoriaville Tigres absolutely dominating the Elmira Jackals 5-1. Short Dog is saying the points race is over. I say the worst is yet to come. No, you never know. Maybe they get shut out. Sometimes you run into a hot tendy. That can happen. It's about how your team overcomes. Do you overreact? Does an owner overreact after a bad loss? That is certainly a challenging moment, but as good as this lineup has been for a minimum wage roster, I don't think you can ask for anything more. So I wouldn't expect any huge changes from Elmira, but I would expect them to go back and study this tape because this tape will be studied. I promise them that. Elmira, wake up. Not in this game. This one is over. You got to let this one go. But go back and study what went wrong because I promise you every other team in your division is going to be watching what Victoriaville did to shut you down tonight. I wish I had the answers for you, but trying to help make the plays, trying to help the teams find their success and their rhythms. I know Elmira did not hit the goals they had last season. They fell a little short, losing to the ultimate champions of the Portland Winterhawks in the LGCHL. Yeah. Elmira's out shooting. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Is you got to figure out what Victoriaville is doing to you. Is it just a hot tendy? Do you need to adjust your tactics? Do you need to change how you're playing defense? Do you need to forecheck differently? Sport Freak, he's going to make a difference here for Abbotsford as they continue to pile on. Got themselves an insurance goal in short order here against Coachella Valley. 2 minutes remaining in the first. Good skate in by Dallas, but they give it away in the danger zone. The Firebirds, they're going to strike back. X shoot and scores. Nice little minimum wage contract coming in a big moment. He's second on this line with 36 points. Trailing 8-19, who has at least 37. Victoriaville, they officially take the dub. Now I'm looking for Acadie Bathurst versus Reunion-Noranda. Let me know if there's a stream out there. I'm hitting the refresh trying to find if anybody got one posted. I would love to get it up there. Now, you're winning. You're winning, except on the one area that matters. So I know stats are a big thing. I know it's a challenging moment. Is it a hot tendy? What is it? That's the puzzle you guys are going to have to figure out because I guarantee you every other team in your division is going to work on figuring that out. If they want to win the cup, you got to win your own division first. You got to win your own set of playoffs. So 2-1, first intermission between Abbotsford and Coachella Valley. We're 4 minutes away from that point between Fort Wayne and Indy. At our ECHL game, tied up at 0-0 right now. The big old goose eggs on the board. Second period starting. Dallas Stars up 1-0 over the Colorado Avalanche. This is like the game of my heart in the NHL. Why does Dallas have to play against Colorado? I don't know. Indy knows what they're doing because they have struck first against the Fort Wayne Komets. Both teams well over 500. So looking for playoff positioning here. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the first. Almost 2 minutes gone in the second. Little breakaway. Did they score? No, could not convert. The goal elusive still for, I believe, the Komets. Skating, debating, and hating. Yes, I was correct. Indy Fuel are in the dark uniforms. Shot from long range. Bounces out to the corner. Backhand shot. Again goes to the corner, but time expires. Time for a hydrate. Not gonna lie, digging a little dubstep drop there. A little unexpected, but kind of rocking and rolling with it. Give us a little bit of energy as we cross the 2-hour marker here on the Mezcast. Still plenty of time, still plenty of rhythm and momentum going on here. We work our last sets of games for the night. I need a CHL replacement for you. We did not find the Acadie Bathurst Reunion Aranda game, so we go on the hunt, see what we can find. Prince George and Kamloops, how's their seasons going? Not close. I'm Hypa, gonna score for the Dallas Stars. Gonna provide a little insurance over the Avalanche. We'll get a CHL game going on right now. First intermission, the Wenatchee Wild up 2-0 over the Spokane Chiefs. Haven't gotten a chance to show either of them much. Appreciate Dilly the Crumb having their stream up. 64 teams, 32 matchups going on at a time in the CHL. We try our best to rotate and show them on. What's going on, Sharpie? Welcome on in, buddy. Got a great night going. We are having a wonderful time here. But how are you doing, Sharpie? Glad to have you on in here, buddy. Good to see you as always. Always appreciate when everybody shows up. Hey, just drop a message, even if you can only lurk, even if you're just listening in the background. Make sure you give me that one message. Always love to know that you're out there. Also helps with the stats, so appreciate y'all coming in. Appreciate you hitting the notifications when you can. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. But we'll focus in. We'll lock in our action we've got around the LG right now. The Dallas Stars up 2-0. 6 minutes remaining in the second. 7 minutes remaining in the second. The AHL. Abbotsford on the power play for another minute and up 2-1 over the Coachella Valley Firebirds. The Indy Fuel, they're up 1-0 over the Fort Wayne Comets with 10.5 remaining in the second. And 16 minutes remaining in the second. It's the Wenatchee Wild up 2-0 over the Spokane Chiefs. There are a roundabout through the LG, giving you a quick update on the Mezcast Quadbox update. Just finished your games. I appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate you saying you finished your league games. That's all you got to say. Totally understand. Appreciate you letting us know. And glad to have you in, man. Hope your games went well tonight. Tonight is my last stream before you'll see me live in Vegas. So be on the lookout for that. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna do the most unique thing you've ever seen me do on this stream. I promise you that. Not necessarily what I'm doing, but we're going live in Vegas. All right? What happens in Vegas is not staying in Vegas. Okay? 1-0-2 on the night. Could have been 3-0. Hey, man, Good job pulling the OT, games out. But you got to get them OT dubs. You got to convert. So good luck to you. Oh, great looking offense by Colorado, but the defender is standing right in the way. It's Meach. Puts his body in the way, puts it in harm's way for his man Malated, the goaltender there for the Dallas Stars. That should have been Globes on the shot, or maybe X-Vibe if they were in normal position. Spokane, they're going to break open their goose egg. Dilly, dilly, dilly. A.K.A. Dilly the Crumb. He's going to strike here for the Chiefs. Going to cut into it. And who knows, Sharpie? I'll let your imagination run. I know you guys want the hot tub stream, but I don't feel it in the subs. So maybe you'll see a hot tub stream for Vegas, but maybe we got to see them subs. So don't forget to hit the sub if you got the Prime, especially if it's available. As always, never donate anything that you cannot afford to. Please. This is a hobby for me. I love getting to do this. I love getting to give this for y'all. It just helps me increase what we're able to do here. So appreciate y'all very much. And let's rock in. 20 minutes remaining in the NHL. Dallas Stars up 2-0 over Colorado. We got second intermission in the AHL. Same score line as the first intermission. It's the Abbotsford Canucks up 2-1 over the Coachella Valley Firebirds. 5 minutes remaining in the second period. The Wenatchee Wild up 2-1 over the Spokane Chiefs. And at the second intermission in the ECHL, it is the Indy Fuel up 1-0 over the Fort Wayne Comets. And Frostbite. Welcome to the booth. Welcome on into the Mezcast booth, buddy. Appreciate the subscription. That'll get you 30 days of ad-free viewing. Apologies that we don't have the splash notification working. It broke early into the stream. We made some attempts, but we want to give you the best hockey announcing first. And we'll make sure we give you the love. So gave you the big dap up love, as we'll give anybody else who gives the sub, the bits, the follows. But welcome on in, Frostbite. Glad to officially have you here on the subscription. That'll get you 30 days of ad-free viewing. The best part of that subscription for you, my friend. And I get some dubstep again. Let's go. Nice little way to insert some energy here. 3-0 Dallas up over Colorado. To Abbotsford 2-1 over Coachella Valley. Indy 1-0 over Fort Wayne. And our 2-1 game there in the CHL. The Wenatchee Wild up over the Spokane Chiefs. Rusty's loving it. We got the emotes in chat. If you're out there and you can hear me, drop your favorite emote in chat. Let's see it out there, y'all. I want to know what your favorite is. Don't just throw me your favorite. Throw me your favorite from all of Twitch and show me your favorite Mezcast emote. I want to see that. I want to see that in chat. Let's light it up here. Let's fill up that emote wall if you can hear me. I want to see it. I'm not familiar with the origin of that one, Sharpie. Akinfua. I'm going to guess a footballer. That would be my initial guess. Dallas scored to make it 4-0. That one getting out of hand there in the NHL. Okay. I try to keep up with my footballers, but I mostly know the big name ones. And even then, I can't even remember Blonde Boy's name right now. Holland, something along those lines. I'm cursory fan until every 4 years, man. I don't get me wrong. I love me some World Cup. USA ever won one. I would definitely be up there, just outside, right there up with me enjoying some Houston. I think the pinnacle for me, of course, is the Texans Super Bowl. CJ Stroud, praise be. Would love to see him win one for us. It'd be so great. Hell, would just love to go. Shake off some of the specters, but to win one, I think he's certainly got the skill. I know it's a bold thing to say after 1 year, but man, that ball placement. Oh, I can't wait for football season, folks. I know we are in preseason time. I know we got hockey on the board. We got hockey coming up here, regular season hockey coming up here soon as well. Big Lappy loving the moment, lapping it up as they're up 5-0. Need the ECHL Railers. I think we had the Railers on Sunday. If not, maybe last week. I'm pretty sure I had the Railers on. Let me confirm which city, because there's a couple places that have a Railers. Yeah, the Worcester Railers. I absolutely had them on Sunday. So they'll come back around in rotation. And it looks like their night is currently done anyway. So we'll work to get them on back at some point. Once we get to playoffs, we'll do some full craziness. I'll go to Octobox. It'll be full madness and anarchy that we can jump around. I've got some wonderful ideas coming up. Working to put those into practice. That's one of the reasons the green screen's not fully there, along with some lighting issues we're clearly having. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm trying to think of who they were playing on Sunday, but it is currently escaping me. But make sure you go back, check my VOD. It's certainly available there. Make sure you check out the Instagram and YouTube pages. Trying to work up some other content. I know it's a little lacking, but in the next couple of days, man, it's going to get a little spicy up in there. So be on the lookout for what I'm going to be adding. Going to Vegas here tomorrow. I'll be there for Rare Evo, a Web3 convention. I'll be presenting, just doing what we do here. So y'all stick around tonight. After we're done with LG action, I'll be covering Ascent Rivals. That'll be the game I'll be there covering. So always evolving, always bringing new things in. We've covered that game before, but now certainly adding some additional responsibility on top of that. See, I'm starting to wonder if I need to go like floating head once I get the green screen perfectly done, like go full floating head, disappear, and then put myself right in the center. The floating head of Oz. Pay no attention behind the man behind the curtain. That's right. There's nothing. Don't worry about the man behind the curtain. There is only I. The ever-watching Mez. Abbotsford gonna get some insurance late here in the game. It's been quiet for a hot minute all the way around. Mr. No Talent. I think that might have been Sport Freak, but I'm not 100% certain. Not the center. This is going to be one of the wingers, I believe. Everybody's wondering what the hell happened in the moment. Don't blame you. Final seconds of regulation in the NHL. The Avalanche are like, thank God it's over. But they do get shut out. Final 15 seconds of regulation. Fort Wayne, can they find the equalizer? Looking for it. Desperation. But Indy's got the puck in the offensive zone. Long puck. 4 seconds. 3, 2. Gaming. He loses the puck. He gets knocked down and loses the puck in the moment where he needed it the most. Abbotsford doesn't really matter, so let's go ahead and take it down. Our CHL game, final 2 minutes of coverage here for LG tonight. The Wenatchee Wild up 2-1 over the Spokane Chiefs. Final 2 minutes of coverage should this game end. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll let you know here in just a moment. Puck one in the corner. Grape punch. Vanilli looks for his defender, but it's completely missed. It'll be brought back. Spokane on the rush. Right winger, Cossack. Right dot, couldn't get the shot off. Crosby with it. He's going to skate it forward. 45 seconds. Wenatchee holding on to a 2-1 lead here late into our coverage of the Mezcast. The Wenatchee Wild 2-1 over the Spokane Chiefs. Fighting and scrumming for the puck. Bit of desperation, but Night Terror going to be called on the tripping. So now Spokane going to have to do it shorthanded. Shorthanded in 25 seconds. Not a recipe for success, but not a guaranteed recipe for disaster unless you let too many one-timers like that pop off. Did not go in the goal, but one-timer so hard to stop. Taken away by Lil Pingu. He's going to skate forward. Feed slot. Not there. Grape punch. He skates it in. Gives it up to Biblical. Biblical Homicide. Just skates past. Shot from behind the baseline's no good. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. Our night. It's been a great one. Hope you've had a great time. We'll leave the stream rolling here for... Actually, we got to send the raid. We are already tight on time. We got to get rolling on over to our other commitments. So if you want to hang out with me, I'll be right back up, but I am going to send a raid on out. Let's send the party on over. I'm going to send you on over to my boy DJ Spartacus. We'll get some music rolling on in your ear. Let's see. It's Tuesday, so it should be Tropical Tuesday, I believe, until we get that old school Throwback Tuesday. No, Throwback Thursday. It's tropical. I still think it's Tropical Tuesday at this point in the evening with what he's got. So makes a ton of sense. That's my homeboy over there. So DJ Spartacus, when I send you over there, make sure y'all give him some love. Appreciate y'all coming out here and giving me some love. Y'all have absolutely shown it tonight. So let me give the extra love here for a couple people for sure. Sirius Zurich, appreciate the 100 biddies. And Frostbite, appreciate the prime sub. Welcome on into the booth. Glad to have you here. Otherwise, our new followers that came in today, appreciate y'all very much. Love growing this channel. Love having y'all here. Let me set up this raid for my homeboy. Again, if you hadn't seen my boy DJ Spartacus, make sure y'all give him some love, but come right on back. I'm going to be streaming here in just a few more minutes, but we do have to go down before we come right back up with Ascent Rivals. Tonight has been a playoff push. A push for the final race of the season. Got to make the playoffs if you want to win the cup. It's been a great time of focus. It's been a great set of games. Whether you've been here for the first time, whether you've been here every time, we always love having you here on the Mezcast. Hey, Sharpie, I'm coming right back, so don't you worry. I have 4 reasons I have to go down and then come back up. So be on the lookout. I'm coming back, but if you got to bounce, I understand, brother. Have a great night, and check out my boy DJ Spartacus.
the building. Stand up, stand up, stand up. If you just came in with Mezcast, I need you please drop the Mezcast emotes in the chat. Drop Mezcast emotes in the chat.